Hello Rackpack, Rackimdar here, welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Today we are bringing you episode 8 of Road to King of Games, and today we are back playing an Exodia deck. So I had a comment on one of the videos to suggest an Exodia deck. I thought it was looked pretty fun, so here we are. I actually have two decks for today's video. The first one, which we are going to show off here, is very thematic, honestly. Like, we are playing Dark Magician with Exodia, and I think that is pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty cool that I was able to come up with this. Very, of course, anime, straight Yugi. All of the Yugi cards are here, or all the big Yugi cards are here, with the exception of Dark Magician Girl. Unfortunately, she doesn't fit too well into this deck list. The really unfortunate thing about Grandpa's cards is it does create a deck of 25, so we have to really be pretty diligent about how we craft our deck in order to make up for that decrease in consistency. So here we have some of the Dark Magician stuff. If you've watched any of the Dark Magician videos, you should be familiar with most of this. We do have 3 Dark Magician. I think I got an extra copy of this one. Yeah, let's run 3 of the same, just because. I don't know, I like this one's old school, but we'll run this one anyway. Alternative arts, they're the same card, same purpose, doesn't really matter. Anyway, so we have 3 Dark Magician, 3 Magician's Rod, our 3 Magician Navigation. We do have some stuff to make Dark Magician a little bit stronger. The Treacherous Trap Hole, kind of, we still want to try to win, right? We want to try to win with the deck. Hopefully we can get some Exodia wins and not have to rely on the Dark Magician stuff itself. So included in the Dark Magician, we have Blue Dragon Summoner. I wasn't able to pick up a 3rd copy of him. He's super easy. Simply go to the card trader. You can get multiple copies of him. I completely forgot to grab a 3rd copy. Kind of my bad. I have everything I need for it. But anyway, 2 copies of him should be alright, and basically he will be searching our Exodia pieces from our deck when we get to use him. Use his effect, basically sent to the graveyard, add Dragon, Normal, or Spellcaster, or add a Dragon, Warrior, or Spellcaster normal monster to your hand. That is, all of the Exodia pieces are normal. And then we have Wonder Wand as another card. This is an equip spell that goes only to Spellcaster type monsters. They gain 500 attack. This could be nice to help boost up our monsters a little bit, but it also has the added effect of being able to send the equip spell and the equip card to the graveyard. So if you equip it to, Magician's Rod and you activate this effect, you have to send the Magician's Rod as well to the graveyard. And then you get to draw 2. The really cool combo is when you do it with Blue Dragon, because these two, basically you send him to the graveyard, you get to search, and then you also get to draw 2. Pretty decent combo for Exodia. This is a pretty old school way to get the Exodia pieces to your hand. And then we have, all of the Dark Magician stuff. So we have Magician's Navigation, Dark Illusion, Dark Magician. The really nice thing is Dark Magician has a lot of deck thinning. So basically, Illusion Magic will get our Dark Magician to our hand. Magician Navigation will summon from the deck, thinning it out a bit more, which will hopefully make this pretty consistent in terms of getting Exodia to our hand, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So this is one of the decks that we'll be playing. I'll probably play 2 or 3 duels, depending on how long this goes. Exit without saving. So this will be our main deck, but we also have another one that I created. This one is not free to play, which is one of the reasons that I don't want to make a dedicated video for it. This is Budget King of Games after all. We'll do like 1 or 2 deck or videos with this. I'm not sure exactly how the consistency will play out, but the idea is we have 3 copies of Next, which I do believe you can only get one of from each of the structure decks. So that's kind of why you need to buy the structure deck 3 times, unfortunately, for this one. So the goal for this one is to take advantage of Convert Contact. We're going to use that to draw 2 cards, and then we'll also take advantage of Next and Space Gift. So Space Gift allows us to draw 1 card for each different Neospatian that we have on the field. That will allow us to, if we combo that with Next, Next, we'll summon all 3 of them from the graveyard, which we use Convert Contact to send there. So that's a pretty nice combo. Convert Contact, send stuff to the graveyard, draw more cards, use Next, put them to the field, and then we get to draw 3. And that's pretty insane, honestly, drawing 3 cards, because like that's just a lot of card advantage. So hopefully we can take advantage of that with a couple of duels to get Exodia. Of course, we do have Neo's Fusion. This will basically be stalling stuff out. We don't have any plans to, or I don't have any plans to actually use this to play aggressively. I just want to bring out a monster and use that to protect my life points so that I can hopefully keep the rest of the engine going and get those Exodia cards to my hand. But yeah, that's pretty much how this is going to roll. You know, pretty standard Neo stuff. We have 3 copies. We could probably get rid of this. I'm actually going to do that. 2, 2. That way we can kind of hopefully draw into multiple copies of them. Because if we draw into them, we can still use Next to summon them from our hand. We don't have to have them in the graveyard. So we're going to run 2, 2, 2 of each one. Hopefully that'll give us some stuff. We can also use Glow Moss to stall out the duel as well. Unfortunately, it makes our opponent draw, but this will allow us to end the battle phase, or, you know, stall it out a little bit depending on what deck they're running. So we're going to save that and exit here. So those are the 2 Exodia decks. I haven't actually play tested any of them, so we're going to just go in blind and figure it, see how it works. We're going to start off with the Dark Magician variant because you know, this is the one that I built for the actual budget version, you know, the budget theme of Budget King of Games. So we're going to be using that in order to hopefully get some victories. We are in gold, so this should be a little bit easier than if we were in platinum or legend. We're going to actually start focusing a little bit more on climbing soon with a couple of decks that I have planned to do so. I'd really like to climb with the Revenge Red deck. That deck looks really fun, but I do have a deck that I'm very much interested in playing throughout the series, so we'll be trying to do that. Alright, so win and we'll gain a rank. Let's see if we can get some decent luck here, get some Exodia going. Alright, there's one Exodia piece. Unfortunately, we didn't draw very well, the Exodia piece. This is kind of the problem with the Grandpa's cards. We don't really have very good consistency because of the way... Oh, and he's going to start off with a Galaxy Cyclone. That's pretty unfortunate for us. If we had a Magician Navigation, that would be really nice, but it's not looking like that will be the case. I also wish I had more cards that allowed me to get these guys out of the graveyard, because I know there's a couple of cool decks that you can do with the pieces. You can put them to the graveyard and then you can bring them back out and recycle them a little bit that way. Additionally, if you want to... Oops, I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn that off. I want to actually use stuff. So he's going to be playing these. Is he going to... Probably going to flip that up. Oh, I don't want to... Yep, flip that face down. One of these is probably a final battle. So he's probably going to flip that up. Oh, it's going to end his turn. I might just hold on to this. I mean, I don't really think there's a huge problem, because we can just activate on his turn. Subterrors are pretty slow, so I think we'll just do that. It would have been nice to thin out our deck, though. Yeah, we could have summoned him using Magician Navigation. That would have thinned out our deck. That would have been a lot better. We probably should have done that, but oh well. We'll just end our turn. See what he plans. He's going to flip this up and target our Magician Navigation, so we can, of course, start get a field going here. So let's see what he does. I don't think that target or select, so yeah, we can just do this. Bam. Magician Navigation. We'll summon one copy of our Dark Magician from our hand to the field. I summon Dark Magician. Unfortunately, little Yugi doesn't have any of the animations. That's only Big Yugi. And then we can also activate this guy from our hand and summon him in defense mode. So pretty good field right there. Treacherous Trap Hole, that's kind of unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That would have lost me, actually. I'm glad I waited. Because I couldn't negate that. Oh boy. Ooh, man. Oh wow, I forgot you could do that. You can just return it to the hand. Man, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. No. Oh, is he gonna play it out? He doesn't have final battle. Another copy of Magician Navigation. Very unfortunate here that we aren't able to. It's kind of the problem. Like this one piece of Exodia just kind of throwing off the whole deck. If I had ways to like recycle Exodia from the graveyard, I would summon them with Magician Navigation. He's going to final battle. That's pretty understandable. Yep. Not really anything I can do. He's just gonna win. Yep, that's it. Probably just gonna surrender. No, there's reward tickets. I want the reward tickets. You don't have to win, you just have to play. But it doesn't count surrenders, so we want some gems. We're not gonna worry about it. Just swing in. Just gonna turn this off. I don't think there's anything I can do. He's going to activate final battle. This will boost his monster up to 4,000, and that will be GG. Rip the dream. Yeah, this is one of the main issues when running the Exodia deck, of course. The real issue is like the 25 cards. Like not being able to play it at a 20 card is really rough. Probably on purpose. Of course, Exodia is a very troublesome card type sometimes because especially as more powerful cards and searches and draws get added to the game, you know, it could just overwhelm people, and it's a first turn kill, right? If you can combo off and draw all of the Exodia pieces, that's a first turn kill. So Konami definitely doesn't want to have that. There's a couple of variants of Exodia that I could try to build. The most consistent, I believe, would be with the it's like a monster that plays around Exodia. I forget what it's called. It's like Exodia, it's not Forbidden One, but I forget what it's called. But it's a monster. It summons to the field by discarding Exodia pieces, and it can recycle from the graveyard. That's the best way to actually play Exodia. Oh, so we have our combo. This is a pretty good start here. We're going to draw. Not sure exactly what he's playing, but we'll draw here. So this is the combo that that's really nice. Send both to the graveyard, draw some more. This will let us search for one of our Exodia pieces, and that will help us thin out the deck. Pretty nice. And the nice thing about this is all of our monsters are spellcasters, so we can play this on a lot of our spellcaster monsters. So it looks like he's playing the Dawn Knight, playing the big boy Blue Eyes deck. He's got all the pieces that he needs. We're going to end phase this. Let him deal damage. We don't really care if he we just want to avoid dying, right? So we don't want him to be able to use the effect of Dawn Knight to summon Blue Eyes stuff. We just want him to yeah, I think we're just gonna summon this guy, I guess. That'll be pretty nice. Blue Dragon Summoner again. Nice. Unfortunately, the draw from Wonder Wand happens before we search, so that's kind of unfortunate. We are going to Dark Magic attack. Blow up your field. Oh, nice. We get to negate that, my friend. You should have... Very good that we did that on the end phase. We can now chain to negate the Treacherous. Sorry, bro. You are not blowing up my field. What did he have? Enemy Controller as well. Treacherous is in the graveyard, so we don't have to worry about any of that. We're going to summon the Dragon Summoner. We're going to redo this. Are we going to be able to get this? This would be pretty hype. If we can get the Exodia combo, that would be really hype. So draw 2, activate Blue Dragon Summoner, and then we're going to... Oh, dude, is he going to surrender? Are you kidding me? There's no way. It's an Exodia deck. We haven't even... Oh, come on, guy. Are you going to play like this? Alright, he's gonna let this go through so he can search out another piece of Exodia. Oh, nope, he connection failed. He just straight up uninstalled the game. He said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not about to get beat by this puny Exodia deck. I'm actually quite surprised. That was pretty good. Once you get the combos going, it kind of starts working in its favor. That's one of the reasons I decided to build it with Dark Magician. I feel like the Dark Magician can stall it out quite well. Not only does it stall it out, but it thins the deck just enough to kind of work in our favor. So I feel like it's pretty nice in that regard. But it does lack the power, so a lot of these other decks that are really top tier, they're just going to combo and be able to deal with what we have. I'm surprised that the Blue Eyes deck was so kind of defensive there. Most Blue Eyes decks just run a ton of monsters and play a billion cards that will just destroy you. So, Life Boost Alpha, we have the head of the Exodia. So this is what I was talking about as well, Magician's Rod. Because it's a spellcaster. Oh, he's playing 6 Sams. That's no good. That is very bad. Oh boy, and he's gonna start with Xian. Oh, that's rough. That is very rough. If I had more copies of this card, I would actually try to play Exodia with 6 Sams, because 6 Sams can also stall it out. With Xian negating a bunch of stuff and the protection that the 6 Sams have innately, I feel like that would also be a good way to play Exodia. Pretty sure that's going to be a dual wield. Don't really have any plays here. Yeah, I don't really have any plays here. Might just set this and search next turn. The problem is 6 Sams can just do whatever the heck they want for the most part. Pretty sure this is a dual wield though. Is he gonna let me do anything? He's probably just gonna negate it. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna do a search. Let's see what we can get. Illusion Magic, 1,000 Knives. We're gonna get the Magician Navigation. 6 Sams don't really run much. They don't really run much spell removal, so we're just going to set both of these, kind of bluff him out here. Make him think that we do have the Dark Magician in our hand. Next turn, we'll try to get the Blue Dragon Summoner effect, and unfortunately, we'll probably use that to search Dark Magician instead of an Exodia piece like we normally would hope. Oh boy. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, you can get a lot of draw power with this. Is he gonna go for back row? Oh, he went for the monster. And he actually hit my navigation. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we lose. I knew that was a dual wield, but I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't matter. Yep, that's game. That is GG. Did he really fall for my bluff? Dark Magic attack. He has another 6 Sam. Yep. 2 Xians. We're pretty much not going to win at all. So, GG guys. GG. He just had everything, man. He had everything. Yeah, this setup right here, like this board, like 2 Xians into like other monsters, like it would be really nice to be able to use that draw power to our advantage. I think that would be a pretty nice way of running it. One of the best ways of running it is with Red Eyes. Red Eyes has a lot of powerful search and draw power. There's a card, what was it? Card of the Red Stone or something like that. Basically, it's a draw 2 for Red Eyes archetype, so that's one of the more popular ways. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good deck without the new Red Eyes cards, which I don't have. So if you wanted to do a better, I would say get 3 copies of Power of the Guardian, which is an equip spell that you normally use in Red Eyes decks. And then you would want to run 3, like basically run a full Red Eyes fusion deck, and then throw in Exodia and the draw cards. That way you have a big boss monster on the field that is incredibly hard to get rid of in the form of Red Eyes Slash Dragon. And I feel like with that, it would be a very good Oh, he just passed. That was a very bad. That was a very bad draw. That is a very bad draw. Like, come on, game. Both copies of Dark Magician. We can't even use illusion magic now. Well, I guess we could. Not sure. All 3 copies of Dark Magician. Now we definitely can't use this. But I'm gonna set another card just to kind of bluff him. I don't know what the heck he's playing. Why would he be passing so much? All 3 copies of Dark Magician draw. That's really bad. That is super, super, super bad. Blue Dragon Summoner. This should be a Spellcaster monster, and this is a Spellcaster, so we could technically have done a combo with it, but unfortunately there's really nothing to be had. I'll just set it and end our turn. The Treacherous here is basically going to be our saving grace. Hopefully he doesn't try to combo. He saw that, like, he saw Grandpa's card, so I'm not really sure why he's playing so defensively, because this kind of stuff is in my favor 100%. That's really a good draw there. Get our Magician Navigation. Might just go for lethal with Dark Magician. There's a back row card. Going to activate Magician Navigation. Don't play that. Dark Magician from the hand. I summon Dark Magician. You don't get the cool. See, the nice thing is, like, Magician Navigation would allow us to summon the Exodia pieces. So if we had a way to kind of bring them out of our graveyard, that would be really nice. Because the Exodia pieces are very special. They have to be in your hand. They can't be on the field or in the hand. It has to be in your hand. So let's run this. I'm just gonna go in, to be honest. Just gonna go in. Birthright. He's playing Blue Eyes. 1,000 Knives. I think this is the Komodo Dragon. No, Priestess with Eyes of Blue. Okay, well, let's just go in. Let's just go in. Just go in. I don't think we're gonna be able to stall it out. We probably could have, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to play it with the Dark Magician stuff, because if it came down to it, we could just win with Dark Magician. The Exodia is just kind of there. But yeah, that's a big problem. Alright, so we're going to jump into the other Exodia deck and see how that plays out. I think it's going to be a lot better in terms of actually getting Exodia, but it's going to be a lot worse in terms of winning games. That's my prediction. I'm not quite sure, of course. These are all just up in the air ideas. I haven't play tested them, like I mentioned. Honestly, that deck's not doing too bad. That one guy just surrendered, though. That's very funny. Alright, we're going to try to run the Neo Space. Set this deck. Again, this one is not really good in terms of the budget that I mentioned, because this is a single copy from the box. But this is, I think, one of the a really solid way to play Exodia, especially with the cards that I have. So this is going to kind of just be like bonus duels at the end of the video. Since we did get a couple, we got like 4 duels with those, so I think we'll get like 2 or 3 with this. These will be like the bonus non-budget version, or whatever you want to call it. A little bonus content for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the Exodia deck. If you are, do leave a like. That really helps out the video and helps me grow as a channel. If you want more Duel Links or Yu-Gi-Oh content, because I do have some plans with the new Yu-Gi-Oh game coming out for the Switch. I do not want to be Duel Links only, so we will be working on that. So here we go. Grandpa's cards, convert contact. We're going to do that. Discard this. So that's the Dolphin. Let's get rid of this guy. We have next. We have another one, so we're going to use it. Convert contact. This into this, because again, I want this guy to. Oh, there we go. All right, so instead of actually playing next and doing all that stuff, we're going to stall out with Neos Fusion. So we're going to summon Brave Neos. We can actually send Exodia pieces. So we're going to do this. All of our... I should have summoned him in defense mode, but that's kind of alright. That'll end our turn. I could have set this, but I like having it as a hand trap. So now we have this guy on the field, big boss monster. He'll be able to protect our life points for a good time. I'm going to swing into that when the time comes, unless this back row poses a problem. Alright, so there's Space Gift. So we have the pieces now. So we're just going to battle. Again, this deck also thins out very well. Ooh, that's a bad one. I shouldn't have done that. Why is he running Blue Eyes? What? Are you kidding me? He's running Blue Eyes? Or Light Sworns. That is very interesting. So we're going to search Neo's Fusion, because I do believe that the rest of next will be something that we can find normally. So we're just going to get into Neo's Fusion. Shuffle our deck. I don't know what that does. If this card's sent from the deck to the graveyard, special summon it. Oh, okay. Just going to end our turn. That's not too bad, actually. I think we should be fine. Brave Neos is big. Big boy on the block. Unfortunately, we can't run the next. Hopefully he finds a way to get rid of this, because we want to draw. Ooh. Target one spell or trap card your opponent controls. Not really. Lightsworn Sanctuary. I don't... What? This could... I have no idea what's going on. He's playing some cards that I've never seen before. Good on him for actually playing Lightsworns, I guess. But we don't really care. Don't really care. I don't want to win with Neo's Fusion. I don't want to win with Neo's Fusion. Let's try to... Okay, let's play Neos again. So we'll get the second copy of Neos out of our deck. So we'll do that. So we'll get the Neos out of our deck, and then we'll get one of these guys out of our deck. We'll get rid of him, I guess. It doesn't really matter. So that's both of our Neoses. We're just going to stall it out, because we don't care. We're going to win with Exodia here. I think we can do this. I find it really difficult for him to get over this. We have 2 Neos Fusions in our graveyard, which will protect both of our monsters. And then if he does destroy both of our monsters by whatever it is he might need to do, we're straight up just going to start. We're just going to summon next, and then we get Space Gift. So I think we have a really good opportunity to win with Exodia here. We also have 2 of the pieces in our hand, so this will be really interesting. There's another Space Gift. Man, I really wish he had a way to destroy this, because I'm pretty sure this is game. This is actually game. Yeah, because this isn't once per turn, right? Draw 1 card for each different Neospatian monster name on the monster you control. This isn't once per turn. That's really broken. Like, what? All right, let's I'm gonna put 1 into defense mode. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna put this into defense mode. That way, if he tries to like do some econ take shenanigans, we'll be all right. I'm just gonna let him stall it out. He'll probably try to swing over that, which I think will be fine. I think we'll be fine if that happens, to be honest. Like, the problem is next requires us to have nothing on the field to summon from the grave, so that's kind of what I was hoping for, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's tributing. Alright. Lightsworn Angel. You can send the top cards of deck to graveyard, target. Destroy those 2 cards. I have to protect here. Because, I have to protect that because otherwise, otherwise he OTKs me. So we really can't afford that. I just don't want him to have like some weird stuff. Do I... I think no. Just let him kill it. Oh, does he have something? What does that do? Bro, I was so excited. I thought he had something there. I thought he had something. I was really excited for that. Do I set the next? Is that something I should try to do? I think we'll do that. Up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy those targets. So he can do this whenever he wants, right? Oh no, he can only do that when he tributes this card. Ooh. Alright, let's see if he has any kind of play. I hope he doesn't have a way to get rid of this, because that would be pretty... Oh, really? Really, man? Really? I should have kept it in my hand, dude. Should have kept it in my hand. Does he not... Why can't he just let me win with Exodia? I'm gonna summon that guy. Because if he attacks into Glowmoss, then I might be able to use that effect to not have Glowmoss get destroyed. Oh. I guess I should have kept that in my hand. I didn't realize he put Skill Successor in the graveyard. We have another Neos Fusion though, so we're just going to protect. This is exactly what I was meaning though. This deck is way better, way more suited for the Neos stuff. Oh, that's right, his effect's negated. RIP. If we left next in our hand, we would have been able to... Like, if we had the next in our hand, we could have let this get destroyed. We would have won. We would have won. I'm going to actually destroy one of his monsters, because... I'm going to destroy one of these monsters, because I want to search next. I'm going to do this. Does he have a way to protect himself? Yeah, give me that. Search the other next. Alright, baby. And then we're going to discard the dolphin. Of course, we don't want to discard Exodia. We want to have everything. So next turn, we pretty much win. There's nothing he can do. If he has a way of getting rid of Neos, that's... You know, he'll be able to do so. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So he's going to destroy our monsters. Yep, he's going to tribute that guy. Destroy both of our monsters. We just searched next, so that's good. We'll take one hit and we'll summon the other. Take one hit, and then we'll... Yep. Take that. And then activate next. So, bam. Yep. Bam. Yep. And we want a different name, so we'll just do this. There we go. Alright, we win. We win, we win. Because even if we only have 2 on the field, we're going to draw 2. And that's the rest of our deck. So, GG, my friend. GG. Activate Space Gift. Draw 2. Activate the Wait, it's only once per turn? Since when is it only once per turn? It doesn't say. Draw 1 card for each different... on the monsters you control. What? For real? Man, if we had to draw 3, he just had to play it like that. This is... You can only... One next per total. If you control no cards, so we don't want to play anything. Alright, well... We're just going to end our turn, because we have another next. Discard... It doesn't really matter what we discard. We have Exodia next turn. He can't win, because I'm pretty confident he doesn't have a way of dealing with 5 monsters, right? Deals with these 2, and then we have 3 more. And then we can even put out Neos as one of our monsters to have 2000 defense, so that would, you know, really keep him from being able to do stuff. So, alright, Dawn Knight. This guy has his effects negated, so we don't have to worry about him somehow getting a direct attack. So, Summon coming in. Alright, we get to activate another next. Summon Neos in defense mode. Summon this guy in defense mode. And then we'll summon Hummingbird in defense mode. Bam, bam, bam. And that is it. Please don't surrender. Let me get the Exodia animation. Oh, let's go. The 5 pieces of Exodia come together. Obliterate! Oh boy. I think this is one of the great... I think this is a really good way to play Exodia, honestly. It has a lot of stall, has a lot of stuff to keep in your hand so you don't lose it. Right next is a hand trap, a lot of draw power. Let's get one more. Unfortunately, our last copy of Exodia our last Exodia piece was in the bottom of the deck. So that'll be the bonus duel. I actually think that's a good spot to end the video. We had a clutch win at the very end of it, so I think that's really nice. Got to see the Exodia animation, got to see someone get obliterated. So no harm. We got what we came for. Let's go ahead. We'll call the video here. So yeah. Anyway, if you sent me a nice. That's really good. Yeah, that was a really good. I know there's a lot of decks that still can deal with that kind of that way. Like he was obviously playing a more rogue strategy, so you know, if we were playing something like Subterrors or maybe actual Blue Eyes or maybe I don't know, the Barrel Dragon, maybe we wouldn't have the same amount of luck, you know, in terms of getting the Exodia pieces. But I really like the ability of Neos Fusion to kind of stall the game out, right? You get a big monster on the field, you get a Neos Fusion in the graveyard to protect the fusion. I think it's a really solid strategy. And then you have pieces in the graveyard. You can just use your next, bring them all out if they don't get destroyed, or if you have a way to get them on the end of the turn, you have another space gift to draw 3 cards. I think the reason that space gift didn't work actually is because I had to draw 2. Now that I'm thinking back on it, so because I only had 1 card left in the deck, I wasn't able to actually draw there. So since it was just if I had 2 cards left in the deck, I would have been able to draw 2 more cards. So I think Space Gift isn't restricted to once per turn. It's just there was only 1 card in the deck, so I couldn't draw. So, but anyway, yeah, that's I thought that was really good. Honestly, if I were to play Exodia, that's how I would play it. Might try that again sometime. Maybe do a dedicated video for that deck because I think it's pretty interesting. Exodia is a really hard deck combo to pull off without some of the dedicated cards for it. I'll go ahead and show you those cards if I can real quick. So if we come down here, go to text search, Exodia. We have Exodia Necros, we have Contract with Exodia. These are all event cards that I think have kind of gone through or gone away at the moment, so it's kind of difficult. There's another Exodia monster. What the heck? I know there's one more. What if I... Exodia. There's definitely one more. Oh, this is because the cards that I own. I don't own the other cards, so I'll go ahead and go to the deck editor. Real quick, just real quick, so you guys can actually see how you would probably play Exodia in the preferred way. So card catalog. Real quick. Video is almost done. Exodia. Bam. So it's this card right here, the legendary Exodia Incarnate. That's what it's called. Basically, you have to tribute Exodia pieces, and then he also has ways to like recycle them from the graveyard. He's also really pretty powerful. He's kind of unaffected by card effects once per turn. Add 1 forbidden 1 monster from your graveyard to your hand. This could kind of, maybe this would, you know, combo decently well if you wanted to use it with Magician Navigation even. So some interesting kind of combos that you might consider here. But for the most part, Exodia is just really difficult to pull off. There's a lot of restrictions. You have to stall out. There's only a 6-card hand size, so in order to start picking up those pieces, you have to play your cards eventually. There's just a lot of deterrence from playing Exodia at the moment, and decks are just a little too fast. But yeah, this is probably one of the better ways to play it. Was this one? If you have all 5 in your graveyard, summon an Exodia Necros from your hand. So this one's more of a... Like, these ones are pretty interesting because they play with Exodia in other ways, whereas the normal way to play Exodia is to win with them in your hand. But those ones find interesting ways to play them otherwise. So if you're looking for something a little stronger, that's probably where you would go to. But in terms of getting Exodia to your hand and getting that cool epic anime obliteration, this is probably one of the best ways to play it. The other one I said is Red Eyes, using Red Eyes Fusion to summon a big boss monster of Red Eye / Dragon. He'll be able to negate your opponent's effects. He'll also be able to kind of keep himself protected if you have Power the Guardian's equip spell equipped to him. He'll have a ton of attack points, so a few monsters will be able to get over him, and then you can keep stalling it out and playing the Red Eyes draw cards in order to thin out your deck and pick up the pieces of Exodia. So anyway, that's going to probably be it for the rest of the video. I thought it was really fun, actually, so I'm really happy that I was able to put this together and get a cool Exodia finisher going. If you have any other decks, please do let me know. I will try my best to build them like I did here, and then in the future we'll be starting the real grind with a couple of meta decks that we can hit ourselves King of Games and see how we can go from the future. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.